Hi, so this video is for the sophomores for the first quiz of your fourth unit, which is 4.1.4. This is about making persuasive arguments, and it talks also about making predictions, so I'll talk about that a little bit. So when you are reading or watching something, listening to it, taking in some sort of either fiction or nonfiction, you're going to be making predictions whether you're consciously aware of it or not. You make predictions based on the title of the piece, what kind of piece it is, the genre, the cover, the book blurb if it's a book, the description if it's like a magazine article. I believe later on you're going to be reading an article called A Defense of Veganism. Just listening to the title, you could probably predict, before you even read it, that it's going to be talking about the health benefits of eating a diet that doesn't have any animal products in it at all. And I'm pretty sure that you'll be right. I haven't read it yet myself, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it's going to be about, just from the title. So when you're making predictions, you come up with these ideas about what's going to happen. What do you learn based on the cover, the trailer? What sorts of conflicts will the protagonist face if it's a story? What am I going to learn from it if it's a nonfiction article? And things like that. If you're reading fiction, sometimes the author is going to deliberately mislead us with these things that are called red herrings or false clues. And sometimes you get tricked by those, but that's part of the story. So you might make a wrong prediction, but don't make predictions that are completely unfounded. For example, if you're reading a fantasy story, let's say you've never read or watched The Hobbit before, and you're reading it, you're probably not going to think, I think at some point in the story, Bilbo is going to pull out a gun from his backpack and shoot Smaug, because there's nothing in the story that would give us any sort of idea that would happen. And so don't make predictions that are completely unfounded. Now on to persuasive writing. Some ideas in society are controversial, and that doesn't mean that you should avoid them. It's perfectly fine to have an opinion about a controversial subject. If you're making if you're writing or speaking persuasively, trying to convince people of your side of this controversial topic, you just need to have, solid reasoning and credible evidence to support your reasoning. So a strong persuasive essay has a strong claim. And a claim is, here is my opinion. This is what I think. It's something that hasn't been exactly proven yet. A strong, and I call them a thesis, but a claim and a thesis are the same thing. Here is what I think. And these claims, these theses, need to be backed up with supportive evidence. You need to show facts. For example, you could say, here's my claim. People should buy only dolphin-safe tuna, or tuna that is proven not to have any dolphin meat in it. That's my claim, because dolphins are mammals like us, and it has been shown by evidence that they are very intelligent. And so that's my evidence to back up that claim. So any thesis, any claim needs to be arguable and defensible. Something that's, meaning you need to have solid reasons as to why you feel the way you do. Something that's controversial means that there are going to be different sides to it. For example, it would be kind of, I can't think of another word for it right now, so I'll just say silly. It would be kind of silly to argue that a cat is a mammal and give some long persuasive essay about why cats are mammals and how mistaken people who think cats aren't mammals are. That would be because very, very few people would argue with that. So that's not really a controversial thing. So anyway, something that's controversial means that there are two sides. There are different sides, and they both have strong, supportable evidence to show why they think the way they do. Also, keep in mind that fighting and argumentation, meaning persuasive speaking or writing, they're not the same thing. Fighting is not productive. Like if two senators, for example, got up and one said, "I'm right and you're stupid," and the other said, "No, I'm not, you're stupid, and my dad could beat up your dad," that's not productive. So argumentation is where you say, here is some evidence as to why I feel the way I do. And the other side says, here's some evidence as to why I feel the way I do. Hopefully, even if you don't change your own opinion, hopefully a good argument can help somebody else say, "Oh, I see why you think this way." And that is very, very different from fighting, which is you're basically just trying to use force, either physical or emotional, to make someone change the way they're doing things. And that's not productive, and that's not the same as making a solid argument. And hopefully that will help you sophomores with the first quiz of Unit 4, which is 4.1.4.